Okay, so check this out. This man has been places, done things, been around people. You feel me? So, obviously, I don't know where to start from. You were on the Straight Outta Compton. You were on that soundtrack, right? Couple songs in there. Smashing, right?
Thank you.
You know, it's always smashing. You know, that's how it goes. But what was it like working with Dre and Aftermath, and how was that, man? I know that was a hell of an experience and all that. You know, I don't know how deep you want to go with it, but you need to sprinkle the people a little bit.
Well, yeah, man. For one, whatever you want to know, you guys.
Okay.
So if you want to get into specifics, you know,
my man.
So because I think when people ask me what was it like, I think sometimes my answer can be boring.
All right.
So I'll be wanting to know what specifically do people want to know, but to answer that question, what was it like? It was good days and it was bad days, like any other experience. You know what I'm saying? It was I learned a lot about being at that level of the music business. I can say that things that I put in my chamber of knowledge that I was blessed enough to be around was like, okay, so a lot of people in life strive to get $1 billion for whatever reason, right? So it was like to be around somebody who attained $1 billion. I was able to on a daily basis see how he thought, what his conversations was like, what his work ethic was like. And I feel like if you around somebody like that and you don't pick up on their traits, then you a fool. You wasting your time. Like, because it's like you should constantly be studying and taking notes. Like, okay, this dude got $1 billion. Why? So let me watch how he move. What is he doing? What is he saying? How is he talking to people? How did he get from, because if he's from Compton, right, which is similar to Flint, how did he get here?
Right.
And then you start checking yourself. Well, it's like, do I have those attributes? Am I standing in my own way in certain times where I'm seeing like, oh, so that's how he did that, or that's how this deal happened, or this is how because that was the biggest thing. A lot of times when people ask me questions like music questions about Dr. Dre, I feel like the things that I got most out of being around him for so long was, I call it the human factor, who he is as a person. Like, true enough, super duper talented at what he does as far as production, right? But I think in any case and situation, and shouts out to the legendary Bernard Terry, God bless his soul, because Bernard Terry was a Dr. Dre that was right here in Flint, that I hope people that live here took the time to go be around him. Because the sad and true part about that is when people ask me about Dr. Dre, a lot of the same stuff that Dr. Dre was doing and saying, Bernard Terry was saying and doing. And I feel like sometimes just because somebody in Flint or choose to give back to their people, you kind of just write it off. Or he over there in Beecher. No, he was doing a service to his community because he had wisdom and knowledge and information that if people would have shut up and took the time to listen, the same questions you asking me about Dre, they could have asked everybody in Flint, because Bernard Terry had that same amount of wisdom, the same amount of knowledge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And so it's like, for me, I looked at it like being around Dre was like confirmation of things that I had heard before from a Bernard Terry. But like I say, I look at it like with the human factor. It's like, yes, his talent got him in the room, but how he talks to people is what keep him in certain rooms. How he because this is still in line with your question, because your question was what was it like. So yes, okay, I'm just making sure. As an Aries, bro, I could get kind of scatterbrained, so I'm making sure I stay on point. But yeah, so your question was what was it like. So yeah, learning like that. Even though he's Dr. Dre and is of a certain status in people's eyes, right? He still treat everybody in the room, he make them comfortable. You don't walk in and feel like he's gonna shit on you because he's Dr. Dre. He actually gonna go out of his way to make you feel comfortable while you sitting in the room. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I look at, I've been in certain rooms where people who haven't accomplished or done as much as Dre treat people like shit. and they feel like because I don't care whether it's athletes, musicians, actors, I done been in the room with all of them, and it's like money don't give you the right to treat people like shit. Clout don't give you the right to treat people like they don't mean nothing. That's what I learned. You know what I'm saying? Is that, oh, okay, I'm talented. That got me in the room. But how I treat people is what gets me to other opportunities, and what makes this person want to introduce me to the next person that might could give me another opportunity. So at Aftermath, like I say, bro, it was good times, it was bad times. It instilled in me a work ethic that I can't shake to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because Dr. Dre works like a machine, right. So he requires everybody around him to work like a machine. And it's like once you leave, it's like you habituate that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So now for me, it's like if you was to cut on a beat right now, we'd smash it. Yeah, it's his own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that the work ethic, I already had a strong work ethic when I got there, but being around him kind of really drilled it in my head that it's like, no, work your ass off. Because how could you be in the studio with somebody who got $1 billion and don't have to do music, but they working harder than everybody else that's in the room? You feel me? Yeah. Like he's sitting in front of the mixing board, twisting knobs until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and all the rest of us sitting there like, oh my God, I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I learned that. I learned to always have strong work ethic. I learned that no matter how much money or notoriety you got, you still a human at the end of the day. I learned that the music industry is full of sharks that can take advantage of you if you allow them to. Right. So I think a lot of times when we come from the hood or whatever, we like to think we know it all. But I think that we all have to, at a certain point, humble ourselves and understand what we don't know, because people that do know can see somebody that don't know coming a mile away. And there's some people out there that don't have your best interests at heart, and they can't wait to take advantage of what you don't know. As well as there are people that can't wait to teach you, as well as there are people that want to teach you the things that you don't know. But there's a balance, so you can't just be trusting with everybody. Right. So I learned so many life lessons, but overall, like it was a dope experience overall, because I feel like I got a chance to have experience with one of the most legendary producers that a lot of people won't ever get to have. Right. And it made me grow up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't regret nothing about my time spent at Aftermath.
I got 'em, dripping like water. I got 'em, dripping, dripping water.